You guys, Slyroh, you already know that today we're back playing the game that never ends. We are playing more Digimon Survive. On the last time, we started the final fight. We have that confirmed because of a trophy that I got. But then, of course, we lost because the boss just one-shots everything. Because, you know, the developers don't know what difficulty balance is. So, yeah, we are starting again. We are on easy mode. Because, you know, like, what would I even do at this point? How would I actually, from this point, I don't even think there's anywhere I can go back and, like, grind for higher levels. I actually think that at this point, there's legitimately nothing I can do. So, it's just like, you know, I guess I didn't overlevel my Digimon enough, but this is just one of those things where it's like every fight up till now has been perfectly fine, except for the Piedmon fight, which had, you know, similar issues. What was I gonna say? It's basically just like when it comes to these like big important fights, the difficulty curves is like the stupidest thing ever. I'm actually gonna improve my own movement amount because that way I can actually get an attack off first and we can end this quicker. But yeah, when it comes to, and like that's normal difficulty. It's not like I'm playing on hard mode or anything where it was like insane. It's like I was just playing normal difficulty. 1246. Oh my gosh, she has like half HP. Literally 2 attacks to take him out. That's the difference between easy and normal. On normal, it's like everything gets one shot. You know, everybody has to attack like multiple times to finish them off. And then you get to easy mode and it's just like, oh, actually, Chromon can 1v1 the final boss. Why did I not move? Because I'm trying to talk and do decisions at the same time. But yeah, I mean, this game's difficulty curve when it comes to this fight and the Piedmon fight are just, you know, astronomically bad game decisions. I don't know if anybody even tested them. I feel like the answer has to be no. Because who would make that bad of a decision? But, you know, it's the final boss, so they're like, oh, we gotta make it impossible. And it also needs to go on forever. Like, we literally keep getting stopped so that way we can sit through cutscenes and stuff. And, you know, like, it's all fine and good, but I've played enough of this game. I don't need to it to go on any longer. Alright, let's see how much damage he does now. Alright. It's, you know, more than 0. But nothing's dying, which is good. Oh, I bet we destroy with this Ogre Flame. Oh, I guess not. Only 480. Interesting. I thought we'd actually do a little bit more. Oh no, now we have to see this cutscene again. Right. Because that was this. Is that all you got? Well, that's how we ended this, and then he's getting destroyed from the inside. The portal's going to open. Yes, this all happened on the last episode. That's why I'm skipping over this. So if you didn't watch far enough in, then that's on you. But yeah, I'm so ready to be done with this game. This game has given me hope that it could actually end someday. And then I will... man, at least for a long time, I won't have to play a game that's worse than this. And that is super exciting to me. You know what? Here, Chromon, you can do more damage now. If Seraphimon doesn't finish him off, then Chromon will. Yeah, we're like losing HP each turn or whatever. 1196, there you go. Goodbye. We're the best. We're the greatest. You could almost say that was so easy. Victory. Alright, so do we actually beat him this time? We're actually still gonna get like levels and items and whatnot. That probably carries on to New Game Plus, but you're out of your mind. You think I'm ever touching New Game Plus on this game? Yep, another Ultimate Enlightenment Slab. So now I can get 2 Megas. I could have gotten War Grammon and probably Blue Marimon to Megas, but oh well. Probably not gonna matter anymore. No, it's not possible. This can't be happening. I lost? Actually lost. No, it can't be. Can't be. Oh, but it is. Just take a look at yourself. You're a mess. We did it. We won. So, why do we then go back to normal now? Come on, hurry. What's the rush? What do you mean, what's the rush? The door's open. If we hurry, we can't go back. Or we can go back. Once it closes, we may never have another chance to get home. Oh, you're right. We need to get moved. What do you two? Take a look at that door. What about it? It's not closing. If anything, it's getting bigger. Yes, and that's not all. It's also begun to solidify. What do you mean it's begun to solidify? It's getting sturdier, harder to close. I don't know how to explain it. Anyway, the two worlds are starting to join together. Yeah, that's it. It looks like they're starting to fuse. The worlds are fusing? Yes, I have the same impression as Thormon. The door is no longer a temporary thing. This is bad, right? Can somebody tell me what's going on here? The door stays open like this. This world and our world would be connected. Okay, but what does that mean? There'll be free travel between worlds. Anyone will be able to go back and forth. I think you're probably right. Monsters like Agumon will... Komonogami are going to appear in our world? Heh, pathetic. What, you're still alive? You saw those murals on your way here, didn't you? Those were diagrams of the two worlds, which used to be one until they were split apart in ancient times. This world is one you humans abandoned, the world of instinct. The world of instinct? What are you even talking about? An abandoned world, a crumbling world, fading unnoticed to a solitary destruction. I refuse to allow that to happen. Now the door is open. That's more raving than response, and Bulbademon's eyes look vacant. Can he still, even hear us, or is he too far gone? My vengeance, my rage, was not mine alone. My many brethren will destroy the worlds. Now struggle to live on in despair. Bye! So I was right about Kaito dying at some point, so that's basically confirmed unless something weird happens where people get to come back to life, which I doubt. So, didn't go down the way that I thought, but hey, it happened. As well as like everybody else except for the 3 main characters we started with and Saki, who gets to be the one to live for whatever reason. What do we do if he was telling the truth? You know about there being others. Well, he's probably right about Komonogami coming to our world bearing grudges. That's terrible. Isn't there anything we can do? Damn it. So Bulbademon's gonna get away with this? What are we supposed to do now? Seriously, what's gonna happen? What about our world? What about this world? Takuma? I don't know any more than you do, but I guess if you think about it, both worlds are likely headed for chaos or something. Yes, think about how surprised we were when we first met Labmon and the others. If our world was suddenly flooded with hostile monsters, there'd be a huge panic. No, it might be worse than that. It could change our world completely. What can we do to stop it? We can't expect everyone to suddenly be able to open their hearts to Komonogami. Howie, wait. What? We're not afraid of Agumon or any of the others anymore. We learned what they were like by spending time with them, learning more about them. Eventually we could tell which ones were hostile and which ones weren't. Oh, so you're saying... Let's go, everyone. Let's go back to our world. I don't get it. What are you thinking? You think a way to make things work out? Yeah, it's simple. We know more about these things than anyone. We're the experts on this world, not to mention Agumon and the others. Which means we're the only ones who can save the world as it descends into panic. By teaching the people in the world what we know. So we're all just going to live together happily ever after. And we don't need to worry about people coming through here trying to take advantage of Digimon and use them to gain power in the real world. I'm sure that won't happen. You really think we can do it? Well, maybe it wouldn't be possible if it was just us, but we won't be alone. Yeah, we're friends. Agumon, everyone, will you help us? What, you want us to help? Yeah, I want you to come with us. We're going to side by side as partners. You mean we'll be going to your world with you? That's right. I think your help is going to be crucial. We need you to demonstrate that not everything from this world is hostile. This will be no small task. But considering the circumstances, what choice do we have? If it means helping Aoi, having all of you, then of course we will. So we'll be able to stay together. I'll be able to keep helping you, Takuma. I'll do it. I'll go with you, Takuma, and stay by your side no matter what. Thanks, Agumon. Thanks, everyone. Let us use our bonds with each other to save both worlds from chaos. Yeah, we'll stick together until the very end. As friends, we can do anything. I don't know if this is going to work out, but it sure seems worth trying. Yes, let's do this. All of us working together. Hooray! Then we walked through the door back to our world. Maybe it wasn't a doorway back to the world we knew, but I was afraid. Together, my friends and I were going to save this new world. Fight against chaos. Even if that means a different kind of fight than what we've been through so far. It's been a year since then. We're actually making it to the end. After we went back, a lot of things changed. Just as we predicted, Komonogami began to appear in our world. It happened so quickly, people had no time to learn about them before they were everywhere. This led to total chaos in many countries, and so their arrival reshaped the world. During all this confusion, there were growing numbers of children who met Komonogami they were fated to become partners with, shared a soul like Agumon and me. But not everyone found a partner. In fact, most people didn't. The result was a psychological gap between those who had partners and those who didn't. People feared the power of the Komonogami, and took that out on those who had partners. That almost feels like it could be a whole plot of a new game on itself. Eventually, people who had partners faced all kinds of abuse, slander, and prejudice. Disorder and disconnection were on the rise. The world is surely headed for more turmoil. That's where we come in. We're going to tell people that they're okay, and everybody is going to be friends. Alright, so what are we doing? We studying brains? I guess so. We kept doing all we can to show that humans and Kemonogami can get along. Part of that effort is a lab known as the Japanese Institute of Electronic Symbiotes. It provides daily support so people who find partners can live in this world in peace. So it's not dangerous, really? That's right, that Kemonogami, that little one there, is your partner. Treat her kindly and she'll bring no harm to you or anyone else. But everyone says monsters are dangerous. One of them likes me, that must be bad. Or then I must be bad, that's what they say. Phew. Don't worry, it's not like that. Your partner is a reflection of what's in your heart. As long as you confront what's in yourself, your partner will use your power for good. How do I do that? You just need to be honest about what you want and how you're feeling. It might be hard to do on your own, but now you've got a partner to help. So don't worry. I believe in yourself, trust your partner, and learn to be as one, okay? Yeah, okay, I'll try. That was really something. I see you haven't changed a bit. And you mean that as a compliment? What? Yeah. Although I still think she can sometimes be a little overbearing. Well, I didn't do much, really. The important part is what comes next. Right, we'll need to keep an eye on her and see how things turn out. Providing support for people with partners comes down to a lot of what Aoi just did. We take care of the kids who've gained the new power and teach them how to use it. But we also put our legitimate information on the Kemonogami to combat all the hate. I mean, that's about as much as you can do, I guess. Oh, talking about Aoi, just what I was looking for. We found a new kid with a partner. I'm about to go bring them in. Do you mind if I borrow Minoru and Fakumon just in case? Another one. Have there been more of them lately? You can't keep up with them all. Minoru, don't say that. Poor kid is probably terrified, and we're the only ones who can help. Minoru's perfectly aware of that, Aoi. No need to go on about it, right, Minoru? Of course, I didn't really mean it. I'm happy to give up my day off, keep working hard. Oh, real convincing. Honestly, sometimes I don't know what to do with you, Minoru, but it's fine, I guess. Good luck bringing in the new kid. I hope you get to them before someone gets hurt. I'm on it. Hey, why don't you come to Takuma? Not a bad idea. I could use some fresh air. Oh, you're so hopeless. Make sure you get back in time for dinner. There are still lots of problems between humans and Kemonogami. There's the discrimination to deal with, not to mention issues caused by the Kemonogami. These things will take time to resolve and people's hearts will need to grow. But even so, I believe if humans and Kemonogami stay together, one day we'll make this work. And so things are back to how they were in ancient times when it was all together. That's cool. Believe in yourself. After all, you're one of the chosen kids now. The chosen kids. We're digi-destined. To be honest, I'm a little worried. Our hope is to build a world in which kids with partners can live freely. But if we're not careful, those of us who've gained power through our partners could cause great suffering, like Kaito did when he wanted to destroy the world. In the new world, we can't let that happen. People will need to live better lives. And we've all kept working so no one else will ever know the kind of pain Kaito did. By treating those with power as special, are we making the discrimination worse? What about the concerns of those who lack partners? Aren't we disregarding them? Yo, talk about, let's go. Right, yeah, sorry, I'll be there. I'll be right there. What kind of future is this world headed towards? I'm scared, I'm worried about how things will turn out. But despite that, I'm going to keep chasing my dream, fighting the only way I know how. With Agumon by our side. I hope Kemonogami and humans continue to work together. And can keep living in this chaotic world. Yes, I'll fight as long and as hard as it takes. New World Order! Completed the harmonious route. Yeah, that is the ending that we chose. I think the three endings that we could have gotten would have led to three different endings, as far as I know. There might be more endings than that, I have no idea. And I don't know if there's any sort of different trophy / ending if you get to the end with like everybody surviving, which obviously you can only do on New Game Plus. But yeah, alright, we made it to the end. I'll let the credits play out just a little bit while I sort of talk about my thoughts, which obviously you all know that I am not a fan of this game. That's not to say that every single thing about it is terrible. It's just, you can tell in some aspects that this was a little rushed. The best way for me to describe it is that everything this game tries to do, I find it hard to not find another game that just does it like better. Like the story like has its moments of being okay. The characters kind of just go with the flow and, you know, become a problem when they need to become a problem for the sake of the story. Sometimes it makes sense with their characters and sometimes it doesn't. I know early on the characters would like randomly have like issues that there was no build up towards, but the characters definitely got a lot more consistent as the game went on, which was good. But there was still like the Minoru chapter where he just decided to completely change tune. Kaito never really got any good redemption, even if he did go down a path that made sense for his character. Still a little salty of Miyu dying, which kind of brings me to another point of this game, is the whole system of like your choices mattering. It just doesn't feel like it reflects that very well, because you can't really tell how your choices are affecting anything. And also a lot of your choices don't actually do anything until you go to New Game Plus. So, and even then, I'm pretty sure on New Game Plus, you still need to, like, I think to save, like, Rio and probably even Shuji, like, I think you need to basically get your bond up with them, or your affinity up with them at, like, every given opportunity. And if you mess up, like, anything along the way, they still die. I don't know if that's completely right, but yeah. So in a game where, like, your choices matter, it's hard to actually see how your choices are affecting anything. This is also compared to the fact that I played Triangle Strategy earlier this year, where, you know, even in that game, sometimes the choices that you wanted to make weren't reflected with where the game actually went. But I did feel like that game presented how your choices, you know, control the story and the narrative a lot better, especially if you, you know, actually see what the different paths do, because that game goes on wildly different paths in certain spots depending on what your choices are. Whereas this one, it seems like no matter what, the game would probably go down a pretty similar story. Just, you know, you might be able to keep some characters alive and others not. So, I don't know. Those are sort of my gripes with that. My other gripes really are just the combat. I think at its peak, Digimon Survive's combat is, like, perfectly average. There really isn't that much variety in the layout of the levels. They introduced a little bit of the terrain stuff very early on, and there weren't a lot of levels that you really needed to use terrain to your advantage at all. You really just kind of had to, it just became repetitive. There wasn't a lot of different strategies that you could utilize to win. It's kind of just like, can you get to a Digimon side? Can you get to their back? Can you just make sure that you're at a higher level when they do the same thing back to you, that you can take their damage? For just a sort of strategy game like this, it just seems very bare bones and basic with its level layout, with, you know, the skills that you had. There wasn't all that much customizing with what you could do with the skills. There was a little bit, but, like, I don't know. I just felt like they could do so much more, and they didn't. And so I think the gameplay, again, at its peak is, like, okay. So I think at its absolute best, this game is okay, but it just hits a lot of snags along the way that just make me really, really not like this game. But I have not made that a secret that I have not really enjoyed this game. But, you know, it had some decent sections that were okay. You know, I thought the stuff in the library was fine. Some of the reveals with the Professor and Haru and Renamon, I thought that stuff was all handled really well. You know, I think there was a lot of stuff that was fine. And in a vacuum, I could even call them good. But when you put the whole product together, I just feel like this was really, really lacking. Especially, again, like, this is going to be a hard game for me to see on its own without comparing to a game like Triangle Strategy, where every complaint I have with this game, that game just does better and, like, fixes. So to know that there's games out there that execute on what I'm saying should be executed on, also doesn't really help this game's case. So, you know, whether that's fair or not, you know, that's completely your opinion. That's just my subjective, you know, point of view as to where I'm seeing things from. But, yeah, I guess I'm glad that I played this through to the end. I mean, we've been waiting for Digimon Survive for how many years, and it came out, and, you know, I don't think it did very good. I don't, like, even critically, I don't think it, like, sold a ton. I don't know what the general reception to this game is, but I feel like it's mixed at best. So that definitely worries me about the future of the Digimon franchise. So I don't know if we'll get more good Digimon games or not. So that does bum me out a little bit, but there's really not much that we can do about it. So, yeah, I think I've basically finished off all my thoughts. Let's go ahead and skip to the end, see if there's any sort of post-credit stuff or not. Sure, I'll save it one last time. Here we go. Part 12, hooray! We did it. And then that's our cleared save data. Kaito's Dracmon has unlocked evolution to Bolt Bowdemon. Okay, so in New Game Plus, I guess you could probably do that. If Rio's affinity was higher, maybe everyone could have survived. Wow. I mean, I don't think that you could have saved him on the first try, but I guess this is the game's way of giving you a hint of, like, hey, be nice to Rio and get his affinity higher. Mugen Recollection unlock? I don't even know what that is. And then does it just, like, start from the beginning? Alright, then it just goes back to the main menu. And I don't really care about New Game Plus. I'm literally never going to touch this game again ever in my life. This is coming out of my PS5. It is going onto my shelf, and I'm never touching it again. So that is the fate that Digimon Survive has, bestowed upon itself. I have no desire to ever play this game again. But hopefully the journey was worth it. Whether you agree with me with my negative thoughts on this game, whether you disagree and somehow have found it bearable to watch while I complain about this game, either way, I appreciate the support, and I am glad that we made it to the end of this playthrough. So this series is going away. At this point, I should be playing Pokemon Violet. There is a game that I will be playing in early December, which is pretty exciting. I'm gonna leave that a surprise until it comes out. And I will at some point will be continuing my Danganronpa stuff. So there's a lot of exciting things happening for the channel. In terms of future Digimon games, I do want to play one, but I do need to wait for there to be spots open up on my channel. Which is probably going to be whenever Danganronpa finishes, or maybe when I get to the end of maybe the Sly Cooper series. I don't entirely know, but at some point I do want to play more Digimon games. Those specifically being Digimon World Next Order is one that is definitely going to be played at some point. And I also potentially want to play Digimon World 3. I feel like that might not be the best playthrough game, but I would like to give it a shot. Outside of that, I don't know that I have any interest in any other Digimon games, but those would be the two that I would potentially play. So, it might be some time until that happens, but you can look forward to that eventually. But hopefully, y'all enjoy whatever content that I put out. And if not, then that's cool too. Like what you like, watch what you want to watch, and I'll be here uploading stuff consistently, no matter what. So, that is all I have to say. If you have enjoyed this playthrough, or want to leave your thoughts, feel free to do so. But I will catch y'all on the next time. So, until then, see you around.